Greetings, YouTubers, and welcome to my 20th TTM video. Today, I'll be sharing with you one purchase that I got in the mail today, and five TTMs I got yesterday and today combined. A little bit of a slow mail day, I guess, but got a few. Hope everybody's doing well. First one I'll show you is a purchase I got. Been waiting to get something like this for a while, and that is an autographed football helmet of Mr. Eli Manning right there. Came with the Steiner certificate, so I checked it out before I purchased it. Elisha Nelson Manning IV, Eli, as he goes by. He's 39 years old, born in January 1981 in New Orleans, Louisiana, the Big Easy. During his high school career, he threw for 7,389 yards and 89 touchdowns. He committed himself to playing at the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, where his father played. While he was there, he set or tied 45 single-game, season, and career records as Mississippi's quarterback. He threw for 10,119 yards in college, 5th in the SEC all-time, and 81 touchdowns, 3rd in the SEC. In the 2004 NFL Draft, he was going to be picked number 1 overall by the San Diego Chargers. Eli did not want to play for the Chargers. And Archie Manning talked to Ryan Leaf's dad before the draft and asked about Ryan's experience with the team. I don't know if that's good or bad. Ryan didn't do too well. But Ryan's dad said that the Chargers did not help Ryan with his personal problems. And that also became part of the reason Archie Manning did not want his son to play there. And Eli didn't want to play there either. So the Giants had a pick in the first round. A couple down, number 3 overall. They selected Phillip Rivers out of NC State. Or it might have been a little lower, but Chargers picked number 1 and they picked Eli Manning. Well, the Giants and the Chargers worked out a trade. The Giants sent Phillip Rivers and 3 draft picks to the San Diego Chargers in exchange for Eli Manning. Worked out pretty well, I'd say. He was one of 17 quarterbacks, I believe, taken in the 2004 draft. Played for the Giants from 2004 until 2019, just last year. Threw for 57,023 yards, 366 touchdowns. He also had a passer rating of 84.1 in his career. 2-time Super Bowl champ and 2-time Super Bowl MVP. 2 big wins over the New England Patriots in those 2 Super Bowls. Eli was told, Giants ownership said, he was going to be inducted into the Giants Ring of Honor this year, 2020. So we shall see when he gets inducted. But is he a Hall of Famer or not? Some people say he is. Some people say he's not. Since I like the Giants, I hope he gets into the Hall of Fame. But there it is. He signed it. And nice pickup. Been looking for one of those for a few years now. Next one is the first TTM I got. I thought this thing was done. I didn't think I was going to get it back. I saw people getting refused and getting their envelopes back. I sent this out, 28 days ago. Close to, almost 29 now. Came back from Louisiana, no fee, and it is Eli's dad, Archie Manning, signed that University of Mississippi picture that I sent. I am very grateful I got it back. It did take a while, but maybe he's signing again. I don't know. Elisha Archibald Manning III. He goes by Archie. 71 years old, born in May 1949 in Drew, Mississippi. Played at Drew High School. While playing at high school, he was actually selected in the Major League draft 4 times, and also in college he was selected as well, a total of 4 times. First time, 1967, the Braves chose him, but he didn't sign with them. He was selected after that 2 times by the Chicago White Sox, and then in 1971, the Kansas City Royals decided to draft him. They obviously didn't go to baseball. At the University of Mississippi, he thought about dropping out after he saw his father dead. He committed suicide. Archie was the first one to find his body, and he thought about dropping out, but his mother persuaded him to go back to Mississippi. in Archie's first nationally televised game in 1969. It was against the University of Alabama. He played really well. 436 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. He rushed for 104 yards, although Mississippi lost 33-32 to Alabama. In his career at Mississippi, he threw for 4,753 yards, 31 touchdowns, had 823 rushing yards. He was the Southeastern Conference Player of the Year in 1969. In the 1971 NFL Draft, in the first round with the second pick, the New Orleans Saints picked Archie Manning, and he played on some awful, awful Saints teams. It was just really rough. They didn't have much talent. He played with the Saints for most of his career from 1971 to 82, then played with the Houston Oilers and the Minnesota Vikings to finish up his career. He was sacked a total of 337 times in his Saints career. Hall of Famer Jack Youngblood used to say that they would try to take it easy on Archie Manning when sacking him because he was just so poorly protected. Archie appreciated that while he was playing. In his pro career, he threw for 23,911 yards, 125 touchdowns, rushed for 2,197 yards, and 18 rushing touchdowns. Twice was a Pro Bowler. He's a member of the Saints Ring of Honor, also the New Orleans Saints Hall of Fame, and the College Football Hall of Fame. Again, this was 28 days. There was no fee, and I guess I got lucky, but I'll take it. He signed it for me, and I thank Mr. Manning very much. This next one took 8 days to come back. Came back from Idaho. And this is of NFL Hall of Famer, Mr. Jerry Cramer. Nicely signed. The 8x10 there of him in college. Very young Mr. Cramer. I did donate $10. Contribute $10, whatever you can say, fee or donation. But came back really fast, and he was really nice. He even put tracking on my envelope to make sure it got to me. So I really appreciate that for him doing that. I rarely see anybody, if anyone, does that through TTMs. Gerald Lewis Cramer, Jerry, 84 years old, born in January 1936 in Jordan, Utah. His family moved to Idaho when he was in the 4th grade. They were living in Utah at that point. Or Jordan, Montana, excuse me. Did I say Jordan, Utah? I meant Jordan, Montana. His family moved to Idaho when he was in the 4th grade. They were living in Utah at that time. He attended the University of Idaho, which is in Moscow, Idaho. He also lettered in college in track and field. He threw the disc and the shot put. Great athlete. In the 1958 NFL Draft, he was picked in the 4th round, 39th overall by the Green Bay Packers. Packers had a good draft that year because taken ahead of him in the 2nd round was a guy by the name of Jim Taylor out of LSU, who's in the Hall of Fame. He was taken 15th in the 2nd round, and in the 3rd round, with the 36th pick, they took a player out of Illinois by the name of Ray Nitschke. Hall of Famers had a great draft there. He played with the Packers from 1958 to 1968, played in 130 games. He also kicked field goals and extra points while he was with the Packers, made 29 of 54 field goals, about 53.7%, and made 90 of 95 extra points, 94.7%. He was a 2-time Super Bowl champ, was also a 5-time NFL champ. That's the thing they had before the Super Bowls. 3-time Pro Bowler, made the 1960s All-Decade team and the NFL's 50th anniversary team. He wrote a best-selling book in 1967 called Instant Replay. He wrote that with Dick Schaap, and it concluded with him making a famous block to allow Bart Starr to score in the Ice Bowl. He's a member of the Wisconsin Athletic Hall of Fame, the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Took him a long time. One of the greatest offensive linemen ever. Had to wait. Back in 2016, he auctioned off some of his items, his memorabilia, to raise college funds for his grandchildren, including his Super Bowl I ring. I think that sold for $125,000. But again, 8 days from Mr. Jerry Cramer. I did put $10 in there, and he got it back fast with tracking. He paid for the tracking, I believe. He signed it, put his number on there, although that's his college number. But Hall of Fame 2018, so great get. Like that one, too. This next one came all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, according to the envelope, although I sent it to Georgia. And got a couple of signed in this thing. I sent 3 cards. Mr. Bill Curry. Get him in there. What are you doing, Bill? There we go. Mr. Bill Curry. Signed that 25th anniversary Packer card. He also signed his Super Bowl 5 card. He was a member of the Baltimore Colts when they won the Super Bowl that year. And also signed, get this one in, signed the Super Bowl 1 card. He was a member of the Packers. Signed the back of that too. I got those 3. And for good measure, he also signed the index card. Put my name on it. Said, thanks for remembering us, Bill Curry. So, appreciate that. Let's leave it up here, I guess, in the back. William Alexander Bill Curry, 77 years old, born October 1942 in College Park, Georgia. He played his college football at Georgia Tech, was a center there, was selected in the NFL 1964 draft in the 20th round, the final round he was selected by the Green Bay Packers. In his career, he was a 2-time NFL champ, 1965, and in 1966, got 2 NFL championships there, and then was the starting center for the Packers in Super Bowl I, which they, of course, won, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. He was left unprotected in the 1967 expansion draft and was selected by the New Orleans Saints, but never played for them because he was traded about a month later to the Baltimore Colts, along with 3 draft picks for 2 players and a draft pick. Don Shula, the coach of the Baltimore Colts, wanted him on their team. He wanted him in that trade, so worked out very well. And one of the draft picks the Colts got, they selected a guy by the name of Bubba Smith. So, good trade. He played for Green Bay from 1965 to 67, and then played with the Baltimore Colts and the Houston Oilers, and finished up with the Los Angeles Rams in 1974. In 1973, he had a serious leg injury when he was hit by Merlin Olsen. It was really bad. He tried to come back. Really didn't work too well. He was a coach in college also. Coach at Georgia Tech from 1980 to 86. And then took the job at the University of Alabama, where he coached from 1987 to 89. And in the contract negotiations after the final season there, he didn't get, I guess, what he wanted to get, so he decided to leave, and he signed with the University of Kentucky, and then finished coaching just a few years after that. He took time off, coached at Georgia State from 2008 to 2012. He had 93 wins as a college coach, 128 losses, 4 ties. He was 2-3 in bowls, had an SEC championship in 1989 with Alabama, was the 1989 Coach of the Year. Also in 1985 with Georgia Tech was the ACC Coach of the Year. And twice was the Southeastern Conference Coach of the Year. So Mr. Bill Curry, great TTMer, signed these free of charge. Took 10 days. He signed the Packers 25th anniversary card again, and signed that Super Bowl 5 card where he was a starter for the Colts when they beat the Cowboys. Signed the back of it. Very nice. And again, the Super Bowl 1 card. Signed that for me on the back. Perfect. And threw in the index card as well. Signed that for me. I just put that in there. Again, see if somebody will sign it or not. He did, which is gentlemanly of him. And next one I got came in the mail. This took 8 days. No fee. Came from New York. Big Apple. Former NBA player Butch Beard. Signed the big card there, and he also signed the index card. Signed it to me, put my name on it, said thanks for being a fan, which I am. Alfred Butch Beard Jr. is 73 years old, born in May of 1947 in Hardinsburg, Kentucky. While in high school, he led Breckinridge County High School as a junior to the 1964 state championship game where they lost to Louisville Seneca, a team that was led by future Hall of Famer Wes Unseld, who wound up going to Louisville. He won a state title in 1965 and was also named Kentucky Mr. Basketball. Attended the University of Louisville, where his roommate was Wes Unseld, guy that beat him in the high school championship game. In the 1969 draft in the ABA, he was selected by the Dallas Chaparrals And in the NBA, was selected in the first round with the 10th pick by the Atlanta Hawks. Played in Atlanta briefly, and then played with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Went to Seattle, played in Golden State with the Warriors, Oakland with the Golden State Warriors, and back to Cleveland and finished up with the New York Knicks. In 1972, he represented the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA All-Star Game. In 1975, he won an NBA championship as a member of the Golden State Warriors. He scored 5,622 points in his career, about 9.3 a game. Had 2,042 rebounds, about 3.4 a game, and 2,189 assists, about 3.6 a game. When his career was over, he also did color commentary on the old MSG network in New York. He also was a coach. Started at Howard University in the nation's capital, then went to Morgan State and coached in the NBA with the New Jersey Nets from 1994 to 1996. And again, this took 8 days. There was no fee. Mr. Butch Beard, great signer, got him to sign the old Knicks card there. The last one is a good one. I like it. It's a baseball signed by Mr. Gary Nolan. Take that off there. I sent $10 for this one. I'd gotten a picture from him not too long ago in my earlier video, so I went to a big thing on this gentleman. And I asked him to sign 1975-1976 World Series champs on the ball, which he did. But he also wound up loading it up with a few extra statistics. Let me get it in there. I didn't see it. He put down on top here Reds Hall of Fame, 1983, and put down Reds number 38, and did put 75-76 World Series champs. So that was real nice of him. And he also threw in a 1971 Topps baseball card that he signed. Threw that in there for me. Can't thank him enough. 9 days it took. It was $10. This came from Nevada. I put $10 in there. Just a little brush up on him. Gary Lynn Nolan, 72, born in May of 1948 in Hurlong, California. Won 110 games in his career. 3.08 ERA. Two-time World Series champ with the Big Red Machine. Was an All-Star in 1972. Played for the Reds for the majority of his career from 1967 to 77, and then finished up with the California Angels in 1977. And is a member, as he signed on the ball, Reds Hall of Fame. He was a fireballer. Came up at like age 18. Had a lot of arm problems, though, and never really recovered. But, again, $10. Very nice signed. You know, he put a few extra things on it there. So, I appreciate that. Get this cover back on there. And he threw in the card for free as well, so appreciate that. Well, that's it for today. Hope to get some more in the mail tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you like it, please, leave like and leave comments. I always like responding to comments from everybody, hearing who's out there. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Hopefully I can do some more videos that you'll like. And I want to congratulate Mr. Metz Rule again. He won the contest and sent him his stuff, so hopefully he'll be getting that soon. And again, if anyone needs any, if I have any addresses I can help you with, you want to know where they came from, please do not hesitate to ask. I'll do my best. If I have it, I'll give it to you. I'm not going to hide them. I know on Facebook there's a lot of people that don't want to give out addresses, but I don't mind. We're all in this together, right? So everybody take care, stay safe, be kind to each other, and good night, South Carolina.